5 seconds to go. Start. With an order of acquittal by the trial court, the normal presumption of innocence in a criminal matter gets reinforced. If two views are possible from the evidence on record, the appellate court must be extremely slow in interfering with the appeal against acquittal. Having observed that the case of the prosecution is full of glaring doubts as regards the offense of abduction, we may briefly note and reiterate that the offense of murder is entirely dependent on circumstantial evidence. Although the post mortem report indicates that the death of the deceased was unnatural and the commission of murder cannot be ruled out, but there is no direct evidence on record to prove the commission of murder by the accused persons. The link of causation between the accused persons and the alleged offense is conspicuously missing. The circumstantial evidence emanating from the facts surrounding the offense of abduction, such as the testimonies of eyewitnesses, has failed to meet the test of proof and cannot be termed as proved in the eyes of law. Therefore, the foundation of circumstantial evidence having fallen down, no inference could be drawn from it to infer the commission of the offense under Section 302 IPC by the accused persons. It is trite law that in a case based on circumstantial evidence, the chain of evidence must be complete and must give out an inescapable conclusion of guilt. In the present case, the prosecution case is far from meeting that standard. As regards motive, we may suffice to say that motive has a bearing only when the evidence on record is sufficient to prove the ingredients of the offences under consideration. Without the proof of foundational facts, the case of the prosecution cannot succeed on the presence of motive alone. Moreover, the motive in the present matter could operate both ways. The accused persons and the eyewitnesses belong to the same family, and the presence of a property related dispute is evident. In a hypothetical sense, both the sides could benefit from implicating the other. In such circumstances, placing reliance upon motive alone could be a double edged sword. We say no more. The above analysis indicates that the prosecution has failed to discharge its burden to prove the case beyond reasonable doubt. The reasonable doubts indicated above are irreconcilable and strike at the foundation of the prosecution's case. Thus, the appellants are liable to be acquitted of all the charges. In light of the foregoing discussion, we hereby conclude that the findings of conviction arrived at by the trial court and the High Court are not sustainable. Moreover, the High Court erred in reversing the acquittal of A6 and A7. Accordingly, the impugned judgment as well as the judgment rendered by the trial court to the extent of conviction of A1 to A5 are set aside, and all 7 accused persons appellants are hereby acquitted of all the charges levelled upon them. The appellants are directed to be released forthwith if lying in custody. The captioned appeals stand disposed of in terms of this judgment. Interim applications, if any, shall also stand disposed of. No cause. Stop.